Is this a pipe? No, it's a picture of a pipe. I mean, it's a YouTube video of a picture of a drawing of a pipe by René Magritte. There we go. But why am I telling you this? Well, aside from René Magritte being a fascinating artist, his work The Treachery of Images is a great way to describe our relationship with AI. Context, representation, and perspective. Hit the subscribe button and let's jump in. Look, with OpenAI, Gemini, and now Sora, there's no denying that AI will become a huge part of our lives in the near future. In fact, it already has. You can see its influence everywhere.
AI.
It uses AI to bring AI.
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 E-I-E-I-O.
But is this huge and almost chaotic change a big new thing? There's only one way to know. Let's go back in time. Smells like the meadow. Oh look, there's Joseph. In 1824, exactly 200 years ago, fascinated with the newly invented art of lithography, Joseph was messing around with all kinds of chemical stuff. You could say he had chemistry with chemistry.
I see what you did there. Don't do it again.
Fast forward to 1826, his experiments with photography led him to capture a first-of-its-kind image. The very first photograph was made. But there was a problem. It took a day-long exposure of 8 hours. You think this is annoying? Imagine 8 hours of it. Plus, the images started to disappear, which is what they in the scientific community call a big. Bored, annoyed, and a little hungry, Joseph started scrolling on Instagram, and he slid into Louis Daguerre's DMs and was like, "Dude, I have this paper image thing and it keeps disappearing. You think we can work together to keep it permanent?" And then Louis was like, "Okay, let's give it a shot." It wasn't until 1837 that Daguerre managed to build on Niépce's techniques and produce photographs in a few minutes. But it still couldn't be replicated until Henry here overheard the frustration and was like, I'm gonna industrialize that. And there a new medium was born. But now, stop that. Stop. But now painters were going nuts. They were like, "This will be the death of us, bro." I know, right? Photography is not even an art form. You don't need any skills for it. The machine takes the picture, man. Painter's argument was that photography removed the human touch, so it could never be art. They completely disregarded the fact that it's still the photographer who is taking the photo, and it's still from their creative perspective. They argued that photography lacked life and much preferred painted portraits to capture the soul of a subject. There were debates on originality too. As photography became more accessible, they were worried about copyright and the originality of photographs versus paintings. It also threatened to do what they had spent their lives training for in a matter of... Sounds familiar, doesn't it? A few photographs later, and some of them eventually accepted what photography had to offer. In fact, they even got inspired by photography techniques to push the realism and impressionism art movements forward. Then came the motion picture, another twist at reality, with its own share of critics. Then sound. Again, not many made it from the silent era to the sound era, but those who did, they thrived even more. Then came the digital arts and computer-generated graphics, and that too faced a fair amount of criticism about how it's not an art form. And now we have AI. there's no denying it will change things again. You can already feel the stock footage industry shivering. But then again, video artists and singers like Grimes now have their own AI replicates who lend their voices to creators for a fee. Not to mention all the amazing opportunities it can create when it's unleashed on Apple's Vision Pro. Imagine converting your surroundings to another period in real time. But what about misinformation? Yeah, you got me there. It's a pickle. A big one. But just like a pickle, it's not really new either. Misinformation is as old as the first lie. With all its pros and cons, what you have to remember is to use AI as a new tool in your arsenal, and not a replacement for your creativity or authenticity. While Sora and other emerging AI models are groundbreaking new tech, they are just another twist at reality that we've experienced before. And instead of running away from them, we need to learn as much as we can about them and understand their intricacies better. How they work, how they don't. Just because you see this logo, it doesn't mean it's AI generated. And just because you don't. So the next time you see an image or a video now, you might want to think twice. Is this really a pipe? Or an AI-generated image of millions of datasets of drawings of a freaking pipe? And if you can't tell, does it matter? Honestly, I do have my own reservations about it too, especially about how its data will be managed and how biased it might be. But I'm quite hopeful that we'll figure it out. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe for more. And don't forget to let me know what you think in the comments. Are we supposed to get back?